Complaining is like looking at your reflection in the mirror dead in the eye, telling yourself, because of this missed opportunity, this person, that and the other, I have decided to waste my time for a while. If we were to think that each action emerges from a decision, an intention, then that's what complaining is all about, in essence. I consciously decide to waste an extensive amount of my lifetime. Genuinely seeking support and complaining are worlds apart. For example, it's totally fine to point out anything bothering you about your partner, friend, the relationship in a calm manner, although sometimes anger is human, so that you can fix it collaboratively, granted the other person is mature enough to believe in the same principle. Complaining takes it to the next level. Blame, gossip, vent out mood swings and negatives longer than necessary, place responsibility of your lack of skill onto others. Honest communication and solution orientation has a goal: to move forward, to grow. Complaining is open-ended, keeps you trapped in a cycle of self-pity and disdain. This affects your mood affects your health, you get the picture. Whenever you do, notice, mostly, you are not complaining about the stressful situation per se. You often complain about all the time and effort it might take to put in to find a solution. Rarely it has anything to do with what actually happened, because at some point everything can be resolved or at least managed in one way or another to some extent. You already know that sooner or later not only will you have to face it, but that you will, and will solve it eventually. The core issue here is that you have a belief criteria that your problem-solving process should be inclusive of a fair amount of complaining at the beginning. In the language of your unconscious mind, you complain so that you can solve your problem. This concept I call an unconscious belief criteria. To be able to do X, I need and I should firstly engage in Y and Z. Yeah, unfortunately, you got more of these silly sentences stuck inside your head. Now that we dug up this sentence into the light of awareness, I give you the opportunity to tweak it a bit. Exclude the first part. The unconscious criteria was, for example, whenever I experience a setback, first and foremost, I need to complain a lot before I could move forward. After modification, it becomes a conscious belief. Whenever I experience a setback, I instantly realize and remember that there are infinite possibilities in life, that this temporary experience means there's more for me out there, and I decide to get on with life immediately. How are these unconscious criteria formed? Some are learned, you create the rest. The learning part is received in childhood from authority figures in observation of their behavior in crisis. Childhood belief criteria, like the one we previously modified, are commonly acquired in young age and usually sound so silly to the conscious mind once uncovered. However, to the unconscious, they have symbolic value. Others are created in adult life. I will tell you when these automations are prone to arise, when exactly are you the most susceptible to their reinforcement and creation, and share with you means of prevention. Realize it's all about unpleasant feelings coming together with negative thoughts. Negative emotions also emerge in a pre-programmed, uncontrollable manner as a result of a stimulus trigger, in this case a setback, a crisis, and can solidify transient, self-defeating thoughts into a rigid perspective. Negative emotions can solidify transient, self-defeating thoughts into a rigid perspective. You can agree on this when you look back at some of your past failures. You often concluded at the heights of your emotional pain about all men, all women, people, life, how valuable, skillful you are as a person, and these emotionally energized words and syllables got stuck in your self, other, and worldviews till today, filtering your present perception. Had it not been for such intense sensations in the body, these thoughts would have gone through so smoothly as though you were watching a series of random cars pass by. Add on a mood, and everything looks darker. Positive emotions in relation to a context generate specific thoughts and pre-programmed positive beliefs, by which this context is processed, perceived, and understood. Similarly, negative emotions trigger a set of pre-established but negative childhood belief criteria. The less real positive options seem to be, and the more prone you are to narrow down your perception even further by creating new negative criteria or perceptual filters. Solution: during a life crisis, expect these automatic programs. At the peak of emotional turmoil, inner world Observe with disbelief. Your mind will have loosened up obsolete judgments and retrained itself to maintain its openness in the next emotional upheaval. Any belief based on absolutism is absolutely wrong. I challenge you, really, right now, prove to me that the opposite never has and had never been in this whole universe of infinite possibilities.